Hello friends, Baltmatrix here, and today we are taking a look at Lupinranger, scissor and blade dial fighters, and the hammer dial fighter. I picked this setup over at HobbyLink Japan. Now normally when you buy the blade and scissor dial fighters, which we have right here, it does not come with the hammer, but for some reason I was able to get a deluxe package that came with the hammer dial fighter. Put the hammer off to the side for right now. Take a quick look at the box. It only contains the blade and scissor dial fighters. Unfortunately, this set, it is only supposed to work with the Lupin set, not the Pat set, but it can work with that. All right, we've already opened it up. Let's take a look at the dial fighters. The blade and scissor dial fighter combination is really neat and definitely reminiscent of Starscream and BB from Transformers: The Beast Wars 2nd. Very, very reminiscent, in fact. Now, the dial fighters in this mode have a gimmick where the scissor dial fighter its dial is activated by the blades, and its unlock code will trigger and fold down the main scissor section. You can just flip them down and fold them forward, and you have this giant, really badly aerodynamic scissor action that locks in, or I should say ratchets into place, but there's no way a kid can hurt themselves. There's no gimmick here that makes them close and open by themselves, unfortunately. I wish there was, but I understand why there isn't. Now, one cool feature about the set as a whole is the blade gimmick pops off, and then the blade turns into a sword by folding the wings out, where I wish the wings were a little longer or had another piece that folded out to make the sword longer. Anyway, what's actually cool is that the hammer can replace the blade. So you have hammer and scissors like that. I think the orange is a little bit gaudy, but it works. Now, each one of these guys can be used with the henshin device individually, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Okay, now for the merge sequence. So to start off with, we're going to come to Lupinranger and pull off yellow and just put yellow off to the side. Grab scissor, activate it, pop it open, fold out the scissors all the way till they're closed, then fold it up or turn it up so that the little connector port is in line with the robot, and then turn that so that the rest of the mode is pointing down. And you've got this sweet shield, like that. And then we take blade, fold blade out, and then peg it into place in the hand. And that's it. Lupinranger Knight. So we have a sword and shield. I think this looks really cool, except I just, as I said, wish blade had a longer blade. That would have been really neat. The overall aesthetic is good, and the thing that I really appreciate is they molded a fist or a closed fist in right there, so it looks like it's holding the shield. That's a good touch. That's a really neat touch, and it's very posable, so you can have the shield all the way out, you can have the shield off to the side like that, and then here again they molded in a fist. Very good idea, Bandai. Now, using only half of Knight, we're going to go with hammer and just fold the wings in to create the hammer. And again, put it in like blade, and you have Lupin Knight Hammer, or Lupin Hammer Knight. I like this. It works well. I like the orange. I think that works well also. The other thing you could do is turn it, fold the Knight back, or scissor back up, and then put the blade in the fist hole, so you have Lupinranger Blade Hammer. This is my favorite. This is actually my favorite of the three different modes. This is a fan mode, obviously. I'm just kind of making this up, but I think it works well. You got a hammer and a dagger, or short sword. Overall, I think this set is fun. Scissor and Blade originally showed up in episode 9 of Lupinranger versus Patranger, so check out the show if you want to see it in action. Hammer, at the time of this recording, has not shown up yet. It might be in one of the movies, I'm guessing. I don't know for sure. I've even looked on the Ranger wiki, and they don't even say where it came from. So there is that. I think it's a fun set. I like it a lot. I'm just a little bit worried because, this is an auxiliary mecha for the main figure. So it's not going to get any real show once something comes along and replaces it. That's just the way Super Sentai is. And it's a bit unfortunate. I would have liked to have seen it maybe incorporated somewhere else. Maybe the 6th Ranger will use it somehow. Who knows? So gang, I hope you've enjoyed this video review. Please let me know what you think of the set down in the comments. Give me a subscription if you love my work. And as always, I'm Baltmatrix, and I will catch you next time.